What's going on, TWP fam? You see it on the screen, 50K Combine. I joined Top Step. Now technically I didn't really start yet, but I wanted to come on here and set some ground rules for myself, and eventually once I pass this Combine, hopefully, like by me putting these ground rules and showing you guys step by step how I'm going to pass the Combine, hopefully that, motivates you to do whatever it is that you would like to do. So let's just get straight into it. This video, I'm going to make a plan and I'm going to trade the plan. Now, I'm not actually trading on this video. This is just the agenda. I'm going to journal every single trade that I make. I'm only making 2 trades a day. And then I'm going to reflect on those trades. Right? Definitely wanted to put a quote on here. In order to succeed, you first have to be willing to experience failure. I definitely, Top Step gives you a practice account. And I definitely been practicing. So with that practice account, it allows me to, get all my emotions in and out of the way, which I'm pretty sure I'm still going to have some emotional struggles when I actually start the real Combine. But, at least I'm practicing and getting the jitters out of the way. So in order to succeed, you got to fail first, right? You got to know what it feels like to fail, because then you'll really know what it feels like to succeed, or at least that's how I see it. All right, so we're going to make a plan, and then we're going to trade the plan. These are my ground rules. I'm going to breathe, pray, and my future wife, she gave me a really supportive text message. So I don't know what it is that you would need to do in order to stay focused, but we're trying to create a sustainable plan here. So whatever it is that you need to do before you actually get into your trades, by all means, go ahead and do it. Then I'm going to verify my credentials because I do have the practice account. Definitely want to make sure I'm on my actual Combine and not on my practice one, especially because as I get better with picking out my zones and actually seeing the support and resistant breakouts and everything like that, definitely want to make sure I'm getting credit for it. So definitely want to verify the credentials. Then I want to mark my zones. So far I've been getting really good at marking my zones on the 1 hour and the 15-minute time frames charts. Solely, I have only been doing NASDAQ, I've only been doing NAS 100. It makes no sense for me to try anything else than what I've been practicing. So NAS 100 is going to be what gets me through the Combine, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to identify the candlestick pattern that I see. I also bought a plan. I would say I guess it was a course. It was a tiny little course from this YouTuber. His name is Juvir, and he definitely does give a lot of information and detail. So I definitely suggest any of you guys and girls go follow him, watch his stuff. I didn't pay for all of his stuff. I only paid the one little course. It was $27 at the time. It was on sale, and it was very informational for me. It was very informative for me. So if that helps, just look up Juvir on YouTube. So basically, the marking the zones, identifying the candlestick patterns, entering the trade, and everything else you're going to see after this with the ground rules are basically his ground rules. And I'm not going to lie, it actually, he know what he's talking about because it works. So after I identify my candlestick pattern, I'm going to enter my trade, whether that be a buy and or a sell, or whether it be a long or a short, long for buy, short for sell. Then, of course, I'm going to set my TP and stop loss. My max profit goal for every day is roughly $500. I'm looking to not beat the combine quickly, but I am trying to make sure it is sustainable, because if you actually have ever gone on Top Step, after you win the challenge, you then have to have 5 winning days of $200 or more in order to withdraw and be a funded trader by them. So if I already set my goal to make $500 a day, then I know for a fact that when I do indeed pass the combine, I know that eventually I will be able to take withdrawals. My max loss, definitely want to keep it within the $350 range, because I did choose the 50K combine. My max drawdown is $2,000. I cannot lose more than $2,000. So yeah, I would say 500 is the goal, but if I get 250 for the day, there's really no need for me to trade again. I always can trade tomorrow. And, if I lose $150, unless I see another clear setup, there's really no need for me to continue trading for the day. So minimal loss, 150, minimal profit, 250. And we'll keep it like that. So then I'm going to monitor the trade. And basically what that means is after I set my TP and stop loss, I'm basically sticking to the plan. There's no need for me to modify unless otherwise specified. But for the most part, my stop loss should never really move. My TP may move unless otherwise specified. And last but not least, I got to reflect. I got to journal each trade, so that way I'm keeping up with myself and actually realizing why I got in the trade and so on and so forth. Bam. So what am I going to use to trade, or what am I going to use to journal my trades? This app is called Trade Memo. And for the most part, it is a free app. I don't really know what you get in the premium subscription. However, I'm just looking for something where I can jot down what I gained, what I lost, and write a little note to myself as to, why I got into those trades and everything. And it's pretty simple, self-explanatory. And I've been using it since January. And, as of right now, I am a negative 150 in the hole. Because in January and February, I tried trading on pocket option, and I was really just rushing the process and wasn't really trading a plan as much as I was just guessing and gambling that I would win those trades. So as it stands, we are negative 150, and eventually I plan to step out of that. Now the 150 is actually my profit, whereas going forward, starting Monday, when I start the combine, this is going to be Top Step's money, but I'm going to look at it as if it's my money, so that way I just get in a good habit of trading in the first place and journaling each trade. So going forward, until we pass the combine, it is going to be Top Step's money. All right. So I'm only doing 2 trades a day, so it's only 2 journal entries a day. It's not going to kill me. In each trade memo, I'm definitely going to explain why I got into that trade, be that it was a certain pattern, a certain flag, a certain breakout, certain support and resistance, whatever it may be. I'm going to explain why I got in it and why I got out, whether that be my take profit or my stop loss. Then I'm going to identify how many ticks I made, like how many ticks were set for my TP and my stop loss. Because I'll be doing in Q, I tried in the practice account the micros and the minis. I realized that the micros will probably be my best friend, just as I am still beginning and learning about trading futures. But I do realize that minis definitely will get me there faster, or it may get me out faster. So it really depends on how you look at it. And then here I just have a couple of flag types of candlestick patterns, and I've been getting really good at identifying these and waiting for the breakout, right? So now here's my actual setup. This is on my practice account, and I'm actually using Tradeovate for my platform, and then I'm trading on TradingView with Tradeovate. You can see I'm still learning. Like, I was trying to figure out all the buttons to push and like how many contracts, like what is a contract and everything like that. So you can see all the blue and red arrows of how many times I got in and how many times I got out. The coolest thing about Tradeovate is you can set a max stop loss. Like, you can set a stop limit. So like, I cannot go past $350 of losing. It will not allow me to get into another trade. And I really appreciate that. Like, it's going to lock me out for the day. I'm done for the day. So yeah, all we have to do is be mindful that we're only getting 2 trades a day, and our max loss is $350. So might be a little bit of math in the beginning, but once I get the hang of it, I'm sure it'll be like clockwork. And then, I'll be starting this on Monday, which would be the 24th of March of my real combine. And yeah, I'm excited, I'm nervous, but I know overall it's just a mindset thing, and I know that I can pass this combine in due time. And I hope that, I actually am able to, record and show you guys the process of how it's going, so that way you can see my emotions as they fluctuate, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have good days, going to have bad days, and that's life. So if you're interested, if you're into this, and you stayed to the end of the video, what's up? Hit the subscribe button, and welcome to Trading with Purpose. See you guys in the next video.